Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Odin's movie blog. I am the critic who is a cynic. Hope you're doing well, and today we've got a bit of news that tickles my fancy for multiple reasons, and it's because it combines both my love of cinema with also my love of professional wrestling, which definitely has gone downhill recently because the WWE has been terrible. Vince McMahon, seriously, just cede control, creative control to someone else because you are just, no, you're ruining the product. AEW has been fantastic so far, but that is, of course, another video for a much different channel. But this is actually very, very exciting for me because Bray Wyatt, WWE's Bray Wyatt, who has had an amazing run as a new character known as The Fiend, who you see pictured there, a terrifying character that somehow Vince McMahon and the WWE found room to ruin, because that's just what they do. They take amazing creative concepts that are original to various creators. This was an original character made by, created by Bray Wyatt, controlled by Bray Wyatt, and of course has since been ruined because of the fact that we just can't have nice things in wrestling anymore. But Bray Wyatt has shown an indication of having some interest to play a role in the upcoming Batman film. Now, let me just first off by say this is definitely not an official statement. This is definitely not this is definitely not an audition or signing up for or being even considered. This is simply a wrestler doing wrestling things, doing promo work, including on social media. And to be honest, I kind of want it to be true. After seeing Bray Wyatt's portrayal of The Fiend, I have the utmost confidence that he could portray a very menacing character in the Batman universe. But yeah. Let me just go ahead and dive into the article from our friends over at Bound into Comics, this one written by Drew Taylor. So it says, the wrestling and entertainment worlds are abuzz recently with speculation that the WWE superstar Bray Wyatt may have an interest in Batman. Notice he may have an interest and not the other way around, which is, I would say, even more important. After Jonah Hill declined a role in Matt Reeves' The Batman, Wyatt called his shot via Twitter. So Deadline Hollywood reported on the 16th that Jonah Hill is no longer circling the Batman. He was, of course, being in line to play, or was at least being considered to play a role as Penguin. I think he was the one that wanted the role of the Riddler, which never played out. And of course, now Paul freaking Dano is the Riddler, which has me extremely excited for it nonetheless. But it seems that he is no longer in talks for any of those roles. But Bray Wyatt responded with this: sign me up, I got this. And this was on October 17th. So it's been a few days since this report. It's been a few days rather since this event happened. However, I can be someone that can give my full support to this decision. Now, whether or not they do anything with it, probably not, because I'm a very small channel, very small YouTuber, and that's perfectly fine by me. But I really honestly hope that they at least consider this. I mean, keep in mind, Bray Wyatt is someone that's on television at least every single week. He is someone that has to learn lines. He is someone that has to put on a character. And his character has been able to pervade all of pop culture. He is not just a wrestling character. There are non-wrestling fans that have probably heard of The Fiend at one point in time, have probably seen this image at one point in time, at least that they've been following me, for example, because I just think this character is freaking awesome, and I just still cannot believe that they were somehow able to ruin it by booking the character into just a stupid match. And oh my goodness, Hell in a Cell. Oh, let's just wash it from our memories. It's so bad. But Bray Wyatt, on the other hand, is not bad. Bray Wyatt is great. Bray Wyatt has showed consistently that he's got a creative knack to his character, to what he knows that he can play. This is a guy that created his character from the ground up as the first cult leader, Bray Wyatt, that then Vince McMahon decided to try and turn supernatural, which didn't work. He did the very best that he could. He definitely acted the role as best he possibly could as well, and it ended up just falling flat because, of course, when you book the character as something that it's not going to work. And then he came up with The Fiend in the Firefly Funhouse, and he was in full creative control of those moments, of those characters, of those sets, and everything that came around it. And he really just showed a truly insane person, and it actually made us ask questions. Is what we're seeing right now in Bray Wyatt's mind with all the puppets and all of the different characters that he created, or is it actually supernatural? It made you ask that question, which helped people stay grounded both in reality and also be able to entertain the idea that it was something a little bit more sinister. To me, that says everything you need to know about this character as to why he would be a perfect fit for the Batman universe, especially when dealing with characters like Penguin or others who are definitely psychotic characters that definitely need that level of depth to them. And someone as creative as a mind as Bray Wyatt, I think, could actually do very well. Also, he's got the right body set for that character as well. He's definitely not a fat person. He's just happens to be a bigger bodied person. He's definitely pretty fit for what he is. I mean, this dude is obviously pretty jacked. I mean, if you actually looked out, you can see that a lot of what he's got is muscle. He's just got a bigger frame than most, which actually just makes him perfect for this role, because obviously they can add a makeup if they want to make him a little bit bigger, but also it means that he'll be able to take bumps. It means that he'll be able to perform these roles in a way where he can be his own stunt person, or he can do a lot more things. It gives you a lot more creative freedom with that character, not just to be a mob boss type character, but also to be even more active as well, which I think could be an interesting take on that character. But with all that being said, I think that The Fiend would be a perfect bring, and rather a perfect bring. I think that he would be a perfect addition to the Batman universe. I think that he would be an excellent actor that could portray this and a myriad of other characters as well, and I think that'd be very powerful. So Wyatt, whose given name is Wyndham Rotunda, currently portrays a monstrous character dubbed The Fiend on WWE programming. The Fiend has a slightly similarity to Two-Face from the Batman comics. Wyatt's persona when he's not The Fiend is that a disturbed children's show host a la Fred Rogers. Yes, he is just like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and it is truly similar to a Jekyll and Hyde situation, and it works beautifully. It works so damn well. And there's a video on Bounty Hunter Comics that really does point out and shows you a video of his character. Seriously, I recommend checking out any of his Firefly Funhouses because they're all fantastic. They all show you a man that is deeply disturbed, and as I said, that seems to be a perfect role here. Wyatt's work as a character actor garners high praise within WWE, and I would say even outside of it as well. Previously, he played the role of a psychotic backwoods cult leader, and for a number of years, he was the head of a faction known as the Wyatt family, which was a great faction that got destroyed by WWE Creative. WWE stars turn Hollywood. If Wyatt is indeed considered for a villain role in the Batman, it would come as no surprise as many of Hollywood's biggest stars have starred in the square circle. We obviously look to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and probably one of the biggest stars, and probably will be the biggest star. Dave Bautista has tried to get his foot in there and has done films that were okay recently, kind of, I guess, like Stuber, which I just rather forget. Of course, Rax the Destroyer is one that he's best known for. John Cena, of course, is now diving in there a little bit as well. We also got Miz, Becky Lynch, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Edge, Charlotte Flair have all been in various TV and movie personalities. However, I really do think this would be a great choice. Instead of considering people like Rihanna for Poison Ivy, which is stupid, or Zoe Kravitz, who, as I've heard from other people, that she's actually got a decent role in television, but has really not proven herself as being a capable of an actor, I think, to be in a film like this. Why not go with someone? Yeah, he's a wrestling guy. Yeah, I know professional wrestling is dumb to some people. Yeah, I know it's not really cool in some circles today to be a pro wrestling fan, but hey, go ahead and check out his videos. Go ahead and make a decision for yourself. Because honestly, I think that what Hollywood needs more so than anything are people that are not just good actors, but are passionate about these works, are creative themselves. This is a man that is not just an actor, he's also a creative mind. And I think that we don't really have a lot of those types of actors in Hollywood today, where, yeah, you give them lines, you give them a character, and they'll go ahead and do the exact character you tell them to do, but they don't really embody it. They don't really have this creative juices, right? I feel like a lot of actors nowadays, with just a few exceptions, really just read the lines that they're given, and sometimes will bring a character into it. Sometimes will be able to bring about something amazing, like, for example, Joaquin Phoenix as a Joker, but it's really not as common as it really should be. I think that if you were to bring in someone like this into your universe, he has shown himself to be a capable actor. He has shown himself to be a creative mind, and I think the creative juices that are flowing right now with this character, The Fiend, and previously with this character as Bray Wyatt, the head of the cult, I think, and the head of the Wyatt family, I think that this would be a perfect fit. But let me talk about this. Have you ever heard of Bray Wyatt before? Have you ever heard of The Fiend? Have you ever seen this image before? Do you think that he would be a perfect fit into the Batman universe? As I said before, with the success of Joker, which is now, $700 million or so in, it's just amazing that this film is making as much money as it is. I think that this film could use all the help that it can get, especially if it's going to stay more grounded and gritty and dark. Bray Wyatt would be a perfect addition to that because he's the very embodiment of dark and the very embodiment of gritty. And if WWE Creative actually knew what the hell they were doing, he would be one of the biggest things going right now, not just in the WWE, but also in all of pop culture and not just some of it. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. Also, please let me know your thoughts about anything you talked about in the comments section below. And also make sure you leave a like and subscribe if indeed you enjoy the content. It helps out the channel a lot. You are all amazing. and beautiful people. Also, make sure you check out my store over on tpublic.com/Odin's movie blog if you want a chance to get some really cool shirts. There's currently a discount going on right now. I think it's about 35% store-wide for the next several hours, so make sure you check that out and make sure that's still valid. But there's also t-shirts, there's pins, there's stickers, there's sweatshirts, there's pretty much anything you can think of you can get at my TeePublic store, so go check that out. Link for it will be in the description of the video. Anyway, have a wonderful day, and as always, God bless.